guys stand up, you guys coming, Damian, Turner, give it up. What's up, guys? Give it up for Elijah. Oh yeah, Atlanta, how you guys feeling tonight? You guys good? It's good, man. It's good to see you guys out. I love this city. I love Atlanta. I'm not from here originally. I'm originally from a DC suburb called Fairfax, Virginia. That's not how I feel about that place. That was not my experience. It was a very white, conservative type of place when I grew up there, and I am black, despite this haircut. And I had to learn how to navigate being black in a blackness vacuum. A blackume, if you will. It was like, growing up black and punk in Northern Virginia was like being the main character in Get Out, but without the black friend. Because it's hard to make a black friend when you look like Skrillex in blackface. No one wanted to be my friend. I was rejected from every community, which left me without my own sense of racial identity. I had to find my own for myself. And I felt like that was unfair. Rachel Dolezal got to identify as black for years before anyone said a word to this lady. I tell people I'm black, and they're like, no, that's not it. Something, Dominican, Puerto Rican. Somehow everyone's confused except the police. Nobody else though. Just the other day, a lady walked up to me on the street. She goes, "Excuse me, sir, are you Arabic?" I said, "Why? What have you heard?" Because who opens with that? The only thing I get better than that, which I get all the time, is, "Hey, what are you?" I don't know, dude. What are you, a final contestant on Race Scavenger Hunt? What the fuck? What are you, walking around with a piece of paper like, "Come on, man, help me out. All I got left is one black, one Arab, and one Aborigine. Come on, dude, which one are you?" So I told this lady, I was like, "No, I'm black. I'm African American." She was shocked. No. But you're so pretty. I said, "You're so not getting $1 from me, homeless lady. Jesus Christ." And look, I know I look like maybe I used to play guitar in a Bollywood Duran Duran tribute band, but come on now, let's keep it civil, come on. Let me address that, by the way, all right? I'm not, for your information, I'm not cosplaying as the boy with the dragon tattoo. That's not what's happening. This is just what happens when you name your son Damian and send him away to a born-again Christian school. This is what you get. Let me explain something to you. I'm 34 years old, all right? This is not a phase. It's a coping mechanism. I've had a lot of bad stuff happen to me in my life, but none so traumatizing as being stranded in the woods for a week with a teen youth group who was convinced that I was the literal son of the devil and spent the whole weekend trying to save me, which, by the way, makes absolutely no sense. Okay, that one doesn't work. That's fine. Yeah, they kept calling it a spiritual retreat, but to me it was much more like a kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no power, we weren't allowed to have phones, and every single night they surrounded me in a little circle and all tried to save my soul in song. And it was a white church too, so the music was terrible. It was like Creed went on an unplugged reunion tour featuring Mike Pence on lead vocals. Like, "I won't talk to a woman if my wife's not there to watch me." Like, they were all into it too. Their eyes would glaze over. They were all doing like the happy Hitler hands. Those people were terrifying. At one point, one kid was like, "He can't be saved. He should be stoned." I was like, "Listen to this guy." One time, a group of the girls came up to me in the hallway, and one of them goes, "Damian, I have to ask you, are you a Gothic?" I said, Yes, that's correct. I'm a structure. That's why I have all these vaulted archways and flying buttresses. What the fuck are we doing right now? She got mad. She goes, "Well, you know, Jesus can save you from your bondage or whatever." I said, "Really? If he was going to do that, why hasn't he saved me from this fucking conversation? Huh? Tell me that." And look, I'm not saying for the record that I don't believe in God. I don't know. I could go either way. I believe in the devil, I'll tell you that much. Because R. Kelly is real. I don't care what you tell me. He walks the earth. I've seen him on YouTube. It has to be true. But he's free, so God, question mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that he's free? I hope they get him soon, man. I'm glad the Me Too movement is getting a lot of men. I don't think that we should just, lock him up and forget about him though, man. I think they should have to do some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I would love it if Bill Cosby had to personally apologize to every woman that he attacked. I would love that. I would love it even more if I got to watch that shit on TV. Because couldn't you see that? Couldn't you see that interview segment, man? Bill's face pops up on the screen. Hello? I would like to talk to you about some of the things I put in your drink. Now, I live in Pennsylvania State Penitentiary with my new wife, Shaquille, who has found the most disturbing use for my jello pudding. Now, I feel I must admit to you that I never expected to wind up on the other side of the popsicle. No. I think that would be a good program, don't you guys think? You guys are cool. I'm gonna leave you on this. This is a personal tip. My whole life, people have told me that I talk white. That's racist. Just because I sound like Barack Obama went to Burning Man. That's not fair. And look, I'm gonna be real, all right? I don't talk white, I speak it. There's a difference. Man, my mom made sure to teach me every black person should be fluent in white. It's a survival skill. This brother knows. Look, man, you don't want to be pulled over by the police. They're asking you if you have a weapon. You get flustered talking about, bruh. And they hear, yeah. All right, white people, I know that sounds far-fetched, but you have to understand, I was once held at gunpoint because I was mistaken for a man who was 6'2", over 200 pounds, and had a tattoo of a spider web the size of my hand on his face. I'm trying to tell you, if anything can happen, you never know, right? That's why I'm offering my new course. It's called How to White, a black man's guide to seeing 30. Oh, come on, what, have we divided on this premise? I don't know what you're talking about. I only watch Fox. It's never happened to me. I've never seen it. I call the police, they're right there when we have brunch together. I don't know what's wrong with you. It's a very simple program. The only thing you have to do to be successful is just practice over-enunciating phrases that only white people say. Okay? Here's the first one. Ready? I was once very annoyed in a farmer's market. Hear that? Market. All right, here's another one. My dog has a Facebook profile. Now lean into those consonants. Profile. All right, here's an advanced one. Get ready, pay attention. Why can't I say it? You guys are great. I'm Damian. Give it up for us, Transit.